Now, as you can see here at the top, we have a series of tabs where you'll enter your book information. Then you can select your book type. We either have a fiction or a non-fiction book, basically a textbook, and then you can have image-based books. And then here's all the title details that you'll need for Kindle or Lulu or Ingram Spark or wherever you're going to publish. Now, the first time you enter the information, of course, you're going to have to type it in or copy and paste it in. But once you've done that, you can save your details here by clicking on the Save Form. And it will save it as a text file for reuse, or if you've already saved it, you can click here to load. Now, OneCBC Pro was installed on the desktop, and when you go into the folder here, you can see a little folder here called DLIM files. And here's some of the books that I've already published. So let's say, for example, I want to select my how to read tile. I do a double click, and then it'll populate the book information in like so. Now in this one, we're just going to create a quick fiction book, or a non-fiction book I should say, and then so I click on physical properties and I can select my book size. Now it's all the, I keep going back to CreateSpace, but they're no longer finished, but it's all the trim sizes that you can use with Amazon. You get all 18 trim sizes. I know some booksellers or template sellers, you get like 1 trim size or 5 trim sizes for use on one book, but with one-click book creation, you get all of the trim sizes, and you can use them on as many of your own books as you like. Now I'm just going to pick 6 by 9 inches here, and I'm going to leave the number of pages at 200 just as an example, and then the inside margin is set based on the page count, and I'm just going to leave 1 inch all the way around. Then I come to additional pages. You need a table of contents, okay? That's a requirement. If you don't need a table of contents, then you're still going to have to enter one here, but then you can just delete it from the document afterwards. Now I'm going to select all of these options here because my book's going to be a huge one, and then we can choose whether or not to insert some sample chapters. If I don't need any, like you've used one-click book creation before, then you might just click on no, not needed. But for the purposes of this, I'm just going to put in, let's say, 25 chapters. And then I just quickly go through, make sure that everything is correct as I want it, and then I click on Create Book. What you'll now see in the background is you'll see Word doing its thing. And it only takes a few seconds to set the book up. And then as soon as it's ready, as you can see here, it's already saved, but it's going to give you the option where you can save in a different place also. So I just click on Save, and then in the navigation pane on the left, you can see we have our book and we have our table of contents. If I scroll up a little bit, you can see there's the dedication and the testimonial page that I selected in the book form. And then here's my 25 chapters that I wanted, and this is just default text, and as chapter 1 says, please read, and then it just gives you a little bit of information about the styles that we use in this document. And that's essentially your book now set up ready to go. So all you would need to do is, if I Control Shift N to the end of the document, come up to my appendix like so, then I can delete, and essentially I'm now got my chapter 1. I'll read that, then I'll delete the information, and then I can crack on with writing my book. Okay?